Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so if you don't know, in about a few hours time, probably literally like an hour by the time I upload this, the Spirits Are Forever With You banner will be rerunning with Toshiro, Kaname, and Sajin. Now, they are obviously all good units, but this video is should you summon. So, let's quickly go over the banner, if you should, and we'll go over the banner from, I believe it is just, is it an 11-step banner, if I'm not mistaken? Let me just double check, because I actually don't remember. It is from the 14th to the 23rd, so unfortunately you will not have enough time to see if end of month is better, but you did have enough time to see the mid-month banner, so if that interests you more, go for that. I think those characters are better, besides maybe the Toshiro. I think the Toshiro is probably still better than them, but you know, obviously I'll have to try them out. I'm not 100% on that. It is a 26-step banner, okay, and all you get is a featured 5-star, so there is no pity, which is a huge factor in this, in my opinion. Like, I've seen people go 25 steps and not pull the character, and that's why people have been asking for a pity for so long, and that's why, you know, I just personally, I'm not doing a single step. The only reason I would possibly summon is the Toshiro, because if you look at the banner, it has Toshiro, Kaname, Sajin, all good units. Truthfully, don't really mind Kaname, like, he's good, but I've never used him. After the event that he dropped with, where you got, you know, the Brawl Quest or whatever it was called, the New Year's event, I never used him since. Don't really mind him, just don't really like him. I absolutely love Riggatony, love her way more. I use her, or I would just use 6th Anniversary Eyes into farm IT. Sajin, no idea if he's good. I face him, I clap him. People say that they use him, they clap enemies, so he is good. I've seen people use him in the top 10 in PvP, so he is definitely good, but he's definitely counterable. He's not needed. Also, it's Brave Battles, so like, until they up the rewards, to be honest, or update the shop, I don't think Brave Battle teams should be like sought after. Like, if you enjoy Brave Battles, then sure, go for it. I would not personally summon for only a Brave Battle character. So realistically, the side characters are all came for your own world, which is good, but they're nothing meta. Nothing meta. Roka is okay, CN is lackluster, and then I don't think I've used these 4 characters a singular time. I think I've used them in GQ, the Mayuri, but we'll be going over their kits. Toshiro is phenomenal. Toshiro is phenomenal. I'm pretty sure he's still top 5 technique, unless maybe Byakuya bumps him out, but I'm not too sure. Either way, he's still really, really good. Let's quickly go over their kits. I'm just going to say it right now, in my opinion, don't go past 5 steps. Don't go past 5 steps. The mid-month banner, in my opinion, is still better. Still lackluster filler, but like, I still think those 2 characters have more value than these 3. And there's end of month. There's the Unohana banner that's going to be rerunning probably either end of month November or the first week in December. Potentially have Christmas units, even though I don't think they're going to be broken. I think they're going to be really hot. So if you're summoning for a hot character, there you go. And then we have end of year, which will most likely be another 1000-year Blood War banner, since, you know, they can actually drop them whenever, it seems. So who knows? That I think end of year is going to be the best banner of the year, besides maybe, you know, the Kogi Bambietta banner, and then maybe the Quincy Ichigo, Tensa, and Ishin banner. That banner is just insane. I don't know how they could top it in terms of value, but we have yet to see. I think end of year is definitely way better. I'm not going to do a single step on this entire banner. Even if I didn't have Toshiro, I would not do a summon. That's just, like, the only time I use him is in Guild Quest. That's just how I see it. But let's hop in and go over their kits. So, we have Toshiro. Let me zoom in. Dear God. Alright, I'm back. That was a fiasco. Either way, so Toshiro, one of the best tech characters in the entire game. He's a Soul Reaper Captain affiliation. He has Soul Reaper and Squad 0 Killer, and he has a soul trait of Strong Attack Recharge Time minus 12%. He has freeze on all of his skills, including his Soul Bomb, and he has the Gauge Heal effect of 30%, Gauge effect of Strong Attack Recharge minus 30%. He has Berserker plus 40%, Bombardment plus 1, Debilitator plus 5 seconds, Frenzy plus 1, Havoc plus 20. He has Marauder. He has Shared Complete Status Immunity. A very nice skill, love that skill. And then the status ailment spiritual pressure boost plus 80%. And then obviously he has the Soul Tree, where he has full stamina only, increased strong attack damage plus 40%, damage inflicted at full stamina plus 20%, and sprinter plus 2. So he's a very good character. He is lacking in a few things, like a second status element. I think the gauge is a bit underwhelming since he doesn't start off at it with 70%, unlike the Bruno, and I think the Nini also does as well. Those are the 2 that come to mind. Frenzy plus 1, pretty lackluster as well. But other than that, I think really, really good character. He's just missing a few things. Obviously, not the perfect character. I like his strong attacks. They all feel really good. So, really phenomenal unit. Just in Guild Quest, I wish he had a higher chance of, you know, proccing his status ailment and getting his gauge off, so that way he can mop up even faster. But he is the best character for Squad 0 melee GQ. Macy is the best for range, so you're definitely going to need them if you want to try to clear those very hard guild quests easier. I don't think they're absolutely needed, but it would definitely make the runs much easier. Now into Kaname, probably I don't know if he's the second best, most important on the banner, but he definitely does have value in terms of he can farm Mind Link slot potions and Super Mind Link slot potions, plus he also has plus 30% droplets, so that's pretty good. He also does boost your team with a 30% heart character movement speed, plus a 20% character strong attack damage for any heart character, so that is pretty nice. But other than that, nothing insane. Also, he has a okay status limit of Drain. I like Drain. Don't get me wrong, I do like it, but you know, just he's mainly just an IZ farmer. You won't really use him anywhere else. I don't like him in IT. Same thing for like the Raruka. I did not really like Raruka in IT, but I have no use in using her in IT since she's only a plus 10 for IZ potions, not IT, so I would never use her in there. If you get him, he is a very good farmer, just not the most optimal. You know, yeah, so he has a no affiliation killer, strong attack recharge minus 12%. Obviously, the skills we went over before. He has drain on all of his skills. He has bruiser plus 20%, debilitator plus 2 seconds, devastation plus 40%, frenzy plus 2, which is very nice, but no SP boost or anything like that, which is pretty unfortunate. So his damage is going to be a bit lackluster. And he doesn't really have any Berserker, unless it's in his innate skills, actually. He has Guard Break plus hit enemies, which is pretty nice. And then his innate skills is Freeze Duration and Havoc plus 20%, and then Sprinter plus 1. So, no Berserker, which, unfortunately, I don't know why they give characters Bruiser, I'm not going to lie, since he's an SP character. I don't, especially because they have limited skills, I'll never understand it. But he has Devastation, so his Soul Bomb will hit harder. He has 40% more devastation for his Soul Bomb, which is okay, I guess, but he's not a nuker, so I don't know why they give him that. 40% more Berserker would have been way better, so 40% more damage on his strong attacks. He's good. Nothing crazy, though. And now moving on to Sajin, one of the best Prey Battle characters, to be honest. I genuinely don't ever find him intimidating unless he's max transcended, but maybe I just have the best counter. I use Yuha against him, or I use Yamamoto, depending on, you know, the team, but both of them do very good against him. But obviously the Sajin is also a very good counter to Yuha if you have the right setup for him. If the Yuha can't get paralyzed, though, it is definitely in Sajin's best interest to not attack that Yuha, to be honest. The only ever time I see him lose, or my Yuha lose, is when he gets paralyzed, or I'm fighting a max transcended Sajin because I didn't pay attention, and mine's only 2-5. So on 5 out of 5 versus 5 out of 5, I'm pretty sure the Yuha wins mainly every single time, so do keep that in mind. But he's still an excellent Brave Battle character if you do end up pulling him while you're chasing Toshiro, or maybe you're chasing Kaname. He's still a good character. Just, I don't think I would ever summon for a Brave Battle character alone, unless it's your favorite character. Like, if you love Sajin, he looks sick. That is one thing I will say. Probably the coolest designs for each of the characters. So that is a insane W if you like the character. So he's a Soul Reaper Captain affiliation. He has a no affiliation killer and human killer. So believe he's trying to counter the Yuha and the Chad, if I'm not mistaken. Those are the only two that really stand out to me with those affiliations. He has damage taken minus 20% as his soul trait, and then he has paralysis and lacerate on all of his abilities. So really good set of skills, or in terms of the status elements. He has a Brave Battle only first 10 seconds, is an extra flurry, so he has flurry plus 3, which is really good. And then Brave Battles only, he prevents Last Ditch Survival, which I love. I hate the Last Ditch meta. It's very annoying, considering they just get right back up and one-shot you. Half Stamina only, it decreases his damage taken minus 50%, so he becomes extremely tanky, especially if you have him max transcended with the 3-star defense build. He has Bruiser plus 20%, which makes sense, because it's an actual NAD character. We'll never understand why they give it to SP characters. He has Debilitator plus 5 seconds. He has Flurry plus 2. He has Guard Break. Do you need Guard Break in PvP? I actually don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Either way. Ignore Brave Battle Invincibility +1. And then he has Poise, which is a very good skill. Very good skill. And then obviously, Ignore Brave Battle Invincibility is another broken skill. Going down to his innate skills, he has Drain Duration -100% and Paralysis Duration -100%. So he's 100% immune to that. Drain. So he has Drain and Paralysis Duration. So literally meant for the Yuha's status summons. I completely forgot Yuha had Drain, not gonna lie, but either way, still really good. He's an exceptional character, so if you pull him, really good Brave Battle character. Now we're gonna blitz through these characters because, to be honest, the other characters on the banner are mediocre overall. Like if you get them, cool. Nothing crazy though. The Roka is actually pretty good looking at her skills. She has Berserker +40%. She is also a Hollow Killer, by the way. Strong attack recharge -12%. So you could potentially use her in the guild quest for ranged Hollow Killer. She has Bruiser +20%, Debilitator +5 seconds, Devastation +40%, Frenzy +1. Kind of unfortunate. Frenzy +2 should probably be the norm by now. Obviously she was released a year ago, but still Frenzy +1, pretty lackluster. Havoc +20%, shared complete status immunity, really nice. Sharpshooter, Sprinter +2, status ailment Sprinter boost +80%. Hence why I think she should either get Frenzy +2 or an increased chance to proc status ailments against the speed enemies. Yep, that's who she would be fighting, speed enemies. And then she also has weakening in all of her skills, so that's pretty good. I think the biggest downfall for her, if I'm not remembering right, is all of her, or most of her strong attack kits are just kind of wonky. They're just not optimal. They're not the best. But I could be wrong, but I believe from what I remember, that's like the main thing. And then for her innate skills, she does actually have full stamina only, increased strong attack damage +40%, and then team party recovery 20% stamina, and long stride. So really good innate skills, to be honest. Really nice. I assume she just doesn't have a high enough chance to proc the status helmet chance. So she just never really gets her SP boost off enough times to make it more worth of using her. And I have to assume that her strong attacks feel a bit off. I've never used her personally, so I'm not 100% on that, but I've seen gameplay and it looks a bit wonky. Alright, and now Cien, I don't think you should ever summon for this character unless he looks cool to you. I know that he goes off the debuffs, but the thing is, they literally just introduced the character of, you know, Uryu, Thousand Above or Ichigo. I don't remember if they were before or after him, but they basically around the same month. And Thousand Above or Ichigo is an amazing unit in IT. I would 100% use him way more over a character that is way slower and has a more chance of dying because I'm bad at the game. So I'd rather use Ichigo that gives less potions, but is more fun and allows me to survive and not waste my candles because I have like 2. So and since Cien needs debuffs to do a lot of damage, because he, honestly, damage to burning +40%, damage to last word +6% is actually pretty good. Only frenzy +1, but he does have a increased status element chance against mind attribute enemies, which is what he'll be going against, which is pretty nice. So you have that going for him. But since the characters around him, which is going to be Rangiku and probably Thousand Above or Ichigo now, they don't want debuffs on the field, so he would kind of just hinder them. And he only gives super minor link slot potions, not even droplets. Not even droplets. You would just never use him. I would much rather use Kaname, because Kaname drops all 3 droplets, link slot potions, and super link slot potions. So why would you ever use Cien when you could get Kaname, you know? And even then, Rangiku is better than both of them. He's just alright. He's alright. And now going on to Mayuri, he is he's a Espada killer. My bad. I always see the NO and it looks like no affiliation. He is a guild quest character mainly. That's mainly what I end up using him for Espada week. But even then, it's not even that great. He has Berserker +20%, Bruiser +20%, Debilitator +5 seconds, Devastation +40, Frenzy +1, Guard Break, Havoc +20%, a Speed Droplet drop +70%. So he's a Speed Droplet farmer. But I mainly ended up only using him for Espada week, and it was awful. Not saying he's good, it was just like the only options that I had at the time. And then he had weakening on all of his abilities, which that's not bad. And then his 1 innate skill is weakened duration -100%. So like, you know, not a crazy good character. He looks cool, but that's about it. And then we have Holly Bell, and goddamn, I can understand if you might want to summon, because look at that art. Either way, let's hop on in. I wish, okay, I'm gonna stop myself there, but unfortunately, you look at her skills, and you already see it's a waste. Freeze duration -100%, poison duration -100%, sprinter +1, frenzy +1. It's just like, not my cup of tea. Berserker +40%, Bruiser +40%. It looks like they tried to make her a mixed character for whatever reason. She doesn't have Flurry, she has Frenzy, so she's obviously an SP character. Why are you giving her 40% Bruiser? That is ludicrous, to be honest. She has no innate skills. Okay. So, yeah. Just an outdated character. Just, I don't, maybe she was good when she first dropped. I'm not sure. Yeah, she has Frenzy +1. Devastation +60. Oh, why? Why? Yeah, she just looks really cool, to be honest. So, not gonna really move the bar there. And then when you have this Neliel, which looks really cool. I think this is my favorite design of her in the entire game, to be honest, besides ones that are super overly attractive, like the Christmas and the swimsuit one, for obvious reasons. But like the aesthetic just looks really cool. She has a strong attack recharge of 12%. She has no status helmets, which is unfortunate. She has Berserker +40, Bruiser +40. Why? I don't know why they doubled down on it. And then Devastation, she looks like the exact same character as Holly Bell. What? Freeze duration, poison duration, paralysis, and poison. That's so weird. Yeah, she, unfortunately, just not a really good character, it looks like. Just a bit outdated, no innate skills. Just a really outdated kit. But she looks cool. Same thing with Holly Bell. That's crazy. Then we have Kisuke, and oh, he is a really good Link, it looks like. He's 14% recharge. He has Berserker +40, Bruiser +40, Devastation. What is up with this triple amount? Like, did these characters like release on the same banner or something? Why did they all get this? That's so weird. And then Freeze duration -100%. I doubt he has a singular innate skill. Yep, nope. Yeah, he's definitely not worth pulling for. He looks pretty cool though. Like, you know, this like blood dragon thing or whatever it is. I don't know what it looks like, but it looks cool. It looks. So that is going to be it for the Should You Summon. In my opinion, more than 5 steps, I wouldn't say it's worth it. There's too many Get Better banners coming out. I still think the mid-month, even though I still think it's lackluster for me personally, because Asnot in that form is my personal favorite of Asnot. I still think it has more characters that have actual more value on the entire banner. But if you summon, best of luck. I understand Toshiro's really cool. Some people genuinely really love Kaname and Sajin, so more power to you. Hopefully you end up pulling them. And let me know down below if you summon. Hope you guys have an amazing day. Take care, and peace out.